messy involvement with family is what was going on with this. Secrets. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Love and Hip Hop Miami. This is season 4, episode 4. Baby, there was messy secrets and things between family members is the thing that stuck out for me in this one. Child, old and young. I'm going to start right here with Flo and her sister Gael. Gael, you a messy bitch from the door. Oh, Miss Gael, girl, what is you giving, honey? So Gael has actually taken money from Marlon to keep the secret from Flo that he was screwing around with her girlfriend. Girl, you are messy. You ain't no good to your sister. You ain't no good to your girlfriend. Because ain't no way. So you sold your girlfriend off, basically. You sold her off, and then you took payment to hold the secret. Like you a pimp. You coming across like a pimpstress. A mess. Child, so that's like, that was a mess. And the only thing I could think of was the same thing that Flo thought of. She said, what kind of sister are you? And I said, Gael, what kind of sister are you? A raggedy one. Moving on, girl. We just met you. You raggedy. You're real raggedy. Anyway, moving on. And then you think you Heidi Fleiss on top of it. Girl, bye. Flo ends up going to see Marlon, honey. And Marlon did what guys do. Deny, and got his ass put out. She put him right on out, honey. She said, I think we need a break. Night. Put him out. He's like, I got to go sleep somewhere else. Bye. Bye, Marlon. You cute. You can make it. See you. You think you the shit? Bye. Kicked him right on out. Then, old Flo is out doing her thing. She's still trying to get her little shop together and all that. But she's recording with Michael Benjamin, who is this Haitian producer. He was a cute little guy. Flo went down there. I said, Flo, don't do that. Flo, don't be no hoe. Because you're hurt and you're upset. But see, don't use that. You know, people do that. They do that, but all you're doing is making a tramp of yourself. Don't use the fact that you're hurt as an open door to go be a tramp and do things that you normally wouldn't do. Now, it seems to me like you always had a little thing for Michael. And since you was mad at Marlon, girl, you just pushed forward with it. Because, girl, you went right on down there. She's talking on the phone first. Gael, she don't want to meet. Because, see, what Flo wants to do, Flo wants to put Marlon, Gael, and her all into the room together so they can have it out and talk. But Gael ain't with it. And I think it's because there's even more to be said. If we go into that, I think we're going to find out that Gael did some more stuff. Gael's a hot-ass mess. But anyway, so that's that. But she got up in there, honey, and she was in her thing, and she's like, I was trying to figure out some music for you, Michael. Trying to figure out some music for you. You know, something that will go as a good crossover. She gonna say, I want to keep it nasty. You know, that's what I do. I sing about sex and stuff. I want to keep it nasty. Then she goes, and he's like, oh, okay, I got this for you, this, that, and the other. She's like, okay, well, are you coming? He's like, getting in the booth, you know. Oh, are you coming? He's gonna say, okay, I'll go. He gets in the booth with her. Because, you know, he could have laid his little pieces. Miss Flo was leading the charge. And then she's like, okay. She was definitely flirting with him in the booth, rubbing all that booty up against his shadook. Honey, I said, look at you, Miss Flo. I said, girl, don't throw yourself away because you mad at Marlon today. Now, if I don't get the feel that you would have messed around with Michael if you wasn't mad at Marlon. So, not a good look. Don't do that. Don't do that, sis. But anyway, Michael, he seemed very uncomfortable. Because again, like, you know, you being pimped and, you know, you don't mind doing it. She's beautiful. So you don't mind doing it, but you're on camera. You are on camera. and you looking easy. Easy, and you led with your nose wide open. She looking slutty and sneaky. I said, child, this is too much. Moving on. Speaking of slutty and sneaky and carrying on, Sookie. Hi, Sookie, girl. Miss Sookie. Miss Sookie is a mess, child. This fool done got put in jail for battery, honey. Look, somebody said or did something to her kids. Somebody from the neighborhood. She forgets she ain't really from the neighborhood no more. Like you are a star now, Sookie. But some things don't change. Don't my money and my kids, honey. And she beat her ass. Listen, I'm supposed to sit up here and say what is PC, honey. What is politically correct is that you are a star now, Sookie. You're a star, baby. So you're not supposed to go jump on the neighborhood person that says something raunchy, you know, which that's probably going to happen a lot, girl, because you raunchy. So I can imagine a thing that may have come out from somebody jealous and hating in the neighborhood to one of your babies. But, girl, you're not supposed to go jump on them, Sookie. You're supposed to rise above it. I'm a star. And you move on. Now, let's talk real life. Girl, she did just like what all of us would do. What'd you say to my baby? And then you kick your shoes off, you get off the porch, and you tear that bitch's ass up. And that's what Sookie did. Now, I wouldn't expect nor accept anything less from Sookie. She beat her ass. And then they went and they took her to jail. Come through, Sookie. I ain't mad at her. It is what it is. She'll learn. And later on in life, she'll be able to ignore things. Maybe. But I get it. I get it. Anyway, everything, look, it's a process. I get it, Sookie. Anyway, so, the boyfriend, you know what? He is Sookie's, they're a good couple because he's her voice of reason. He's not in support of that. Because when the scene that we saw, the folks were big up and they're like, girl, yeah, you beat her ass, girl. Yeah, girl. And he was like, he didn't even like that even being entertained. He didn't even like the fact that there was even a conversation about it. He just wanted to like leave it alone and let's move on. So like he has like this whole thing where he really has her back and he really has her best interest at hand. He really does. Like he's like, no, don't do all that. Then, you know, he got up to, he said, I got a gift for you. She gonna say, what is it, some shoes? Like, you know, that tells you where she's at in her career right now. Some she you know, excited about no shoes. And really not with what he gave her. It was a shoebox full of money with his ghetto ass. Only in the ghetto do people give you shoe boxes of money. And it was like, it was real ghetto. Like, it was, the whole scene was just real ghetto. The scene itself looked like it smelled of weed and incense, honey. I was like living. I said, come on here, y'all. That was that. So, a little bit after that, Sookie ended up talking to her mom. She was avoiding her mother. She didn't want to hear it because she knew her mother was going to be fussing at her. And the boyfriend, like I said, voice of reason, he then slid off and got in touch with the mama and made them talk, pushed them together to talk. The mother was like, she didn't even yell, she didn't scream or anything, and Sookie was very shocked. I was too, because I understand. There's times when I avoid Miss Patty, honey. I don't want to hear it, honey. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear your version. I don't want to hear what you would have done. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. So I get it. I get it, Sookie. But her mother shocked her. She didn't even do it. She was like, okay, but this is it. This is how we got to make it go away. We got to turn it. And so Mama was like, girl, we're going to Olivia Pope the shit. And Sookie's like, that's right. I'm going to stun on these hoes. Said I'm going to make shirts with my mug shot and all of that. She's going to basically just flip it all over. And then this is it. Sookie's standing outside the jewelry store. I said, you're so ghetto. She's standing out there with one shoe on and one shoe off. Flat-footed. Flat foot down on the nasty ground. Out in front of the damn jewelry shop. While you filming for TV. Ghetto. With capital T's. Ghetto. I enjoy her. She ghetto though. She ghetto. But yeah, she said, I'm going to flip the whole thing. I'm going to literally turn lemons into lemonade. And Mama's like, oh yeah, I'm going to Olivia Pope the shit out of this. I was like, all right, I'm here for it. That's very Kris Jenner of you, Mama. So yeah, I enjoyed Sookie. And this, now here we go. Sookie. This is good. This is good. This ain't fake. This ain't phony. This ain't no bullshit. This was good, Sookie. Yes, baby. Listen, y'all know, I told y'all, I like Sookie. When she do some good, I'm going to call it. When she do something cool, I'm going to call it. When you ain't publicly correct and I understand it, I'm going to call it. This was good, Sookie. I was here. I was Sookie in this episode. I loved it. Come on, girl. Flip it. And you know I love anybody that can Olivia Pope a situation effectively. And I think your mother will do that. Let's move on. Amara La Negra. Girl. Listen. We finds out. Now they peeling away these little layers of Amara. Amara, her mom and her dad is living in her house. Here in Miami. I said, what the shit is this? Child, the mama and the daddy. Now, you know the mama and the daddy don't get along at all. They've been married for 30 years. Okay? So I said, how's this working out? Here we find out he actually ran right into a little situation. He had a little cancer battle right before the pandemic, and then it ran into the pandemic. So he literally was there with her, you know, being cared for, and then ended up being stuck there throughout the pandemic. So everybody's there in the house together. Him and Mama and I said, Lord have mercy. What in the hell are we doing with Papa and Mama and the house child? How's that working out? I said, okay, let's see what's going on. Child, then her dad ends up talking to her, and he ends up telling Amara that actually it was Mama Anna that got a new man first. And he was saying how he had called to the house and he didn't, you know, and there's some man answered the phone. This, that thing, and the other was a man in the background. I said, Lord have mercy. Now listen. Now, Amara's dad don't always do true accounts of things. But for some reason, something in my spirit is telling me that he is not lying right now. Something in my spirit is telling me Mama Anna got sick of his shit because he was a bum. He was a bum, and he didn't do things like he was always supposed to do things. And I could see that happening. Mama Anna went on, because Mama Anna's about money. You see how she do Amara. Now, I ain't going to sit here and say that Mama Anna don't love Amara. She does. But Amara is her cash cow. Now, let's just call it what it is. I said it! She is her cash cow. And that's why she latches on, and that's why she carries on like she do. Oh, what the fuck you mean you ain't going to be a Amara La Negra? You don't bet. Yes, you are. Because I'm going to keep living this life, sister. And then I'm going to guilt trip you all into how hard I worked for you when you were younger to get you all the things you needed. The things I wanted for you. Mama Anna, you ain't slick. I see you, girl. I see you. I get it. Whatever. Keep manipulating, keep getting paid, sis. But something in my spirit, and I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, and I find out I'm wrong, I'll apologize. But I don't think I'll ever have to apologize, because something in my spirit tells me that, yeah, Mama Anna had then got sick of Amara's daddy and his bullshit and then moved on and got herself a new man. And once she got the new man, his feelings was hurt, because, you know, men can't handle that. And he went on, and that's when he just stopped doing at always like, fuck her and make it happen. You bold enough to do all that, you go make it happen. I believe it. I do. I believe it. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments, but I believe it. They got into this little, you know, then they all sat down together. And, child, they got into this little situation. And I said, oh, Mama Anna, see, now your actions, girl, make me think that you're really guilty. Because, baby, they went to going back and forth, honey. And he told her, Daniel told her, listen. And because he actually apologized to Amara, too, when he told about Mama Anna. He apologized to Amara about not being there for her, not being the best dad that he could be, and all of that. Yeah, okay, Daniel, we get it. Then Daniel and Mama Anna start going at it, honey, and she called him she said, "You're a shameless pig." Of course, she said he was lying. He said he what? He said, "No, you're the one that's shameless." He didn't call her a pig or none of that. He said, "You're the one that's shameless." Baby, when I tell you she got... Oh! She went over there at him. I said, "Why you fighting, Mama Anna? Why you fighting, girl? You done got busted? Lie out, honey? Family secrets? All this time, honey? You ever more, your dad did this, your dad did that, but meanwhile you was snacking on some trade." Mama Anna! You messy as hell! And now you want to fight. And Daniel was looking at her like, "Oh, you know she fight, Daniel. Don't try it." You sit up there like you don't know what's going on. You know Mama Anna fight at him. She went over there and attacked the shit out of him, buddy. I said, "Oh, jeez." Child, it was a mess. A whole mess. Then they calmed them down, got it back together. They trying to come together as a family. They trying to work it out, child. Of course, Amara's like, "Okay, y'all got y'all moment. Now I got to get mine." You know, we all know how to play this TV game because she's so hurt about all of the absence of her father and just both of them not getting along. She's so hurt, she has to do her crying scene because she is a fierce performer and a fierce singer, but she is definitely a telenovela actress. Okay, so I had a good time with them. They a whole goddamn mess over there down to Amara's house. Let's swing back over here. Nori and Ray J sit up and get them a cooking lesson from Trick Daddy. Hilarious. The food did look good. You know, that Trick Daddy cooks his ass off. The food looked really good. They wasn't doing nothing but watching. They wasn't cooking shit. They just was watching, child. But he gave them the cooking lesson, and in the midst of that, he's telling us, honey, the divorce with him and Joy has been pending for so long that the courts threw the shit out. The court said, "If you want this divorce, you bastards got to start over. Y'all ridiculous." So that's that. Of course, Trick still wants Joy. Joy got her a little piece. Okay? So I'm laughing. Child, when we seen him, I said, "Who's this little bobblehead, honey?" I said, "All right, Joy. Whatever, girl." Anyhow, there's a surprise party for Joy that was thrown by Trina and her folks. So Bobby Lights was there, and Bobby was being Bobby, being extra, swinging on a pole and carrying on. And Trick came to the party. Of course, Trick was in his feelings because the boyfriend was present. So he's all in his feelings. Bobby Lights being messy as hell. So I think they need to meet. Don't you think they need to meet? Y'all need to meet. If he's trying to be with Joy and all of that, y'all need to be. I said, "Bobby, if you don't sit your messy ass down somewhere." Bobby is he's so messy. And Joy was kind of like, "Okay, Trick, all right." She was uncomfortable because she knows Trick acts a fool. She knows that Trick acts a fool, and it don't take long for him to get started. But when I seen that little boyfriend with his little bobblehead, I said, "Who's this fella?" I said, "Okay, whatever." The Joy and Trick thing, it's a kiki. It's a kiki, and that's all I'm gonna say. Listen, this has been Love and Hip Hop Miami, season 4, episode 4. I love Miami. Miami is so much fun to me. Anyway, I'm gonna catch y'all next week. Later.